Hello, it's me, John, live from Pyongyang. Actually, I'm just at my house. Got you. So yeah, I've been taking a little bit of a break ever since the the whole end of the world thing has been happening. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple months if we're still here. To bring some hot comedy action back to the table, and you'll either watch that and laugh or mass unsubscribe. It's going to be one of the two. I'm just going to answer some questions here for you, just to give you a little update on things, and then stay tuned at the end. We got a funny little special thing for you. So here it goes. Mass unsubscribe from Al Farron. You've done a lot of film reviews as of late. Are they going to become the standard instead of the game reviews? This is actually a good question. A lot of people ask me this, so it's good to actually be able to get to explain myself. I know that the channel started with like game-focused stuff, and a lot of people want me to continue doing that. But one, it's hard to find stuff with games that people haven't already covered like a million times. And also, I don't want to be stuck doing the exact same thing forever, so it gets boring. So I'm always looking for something new, like a new avenue. I guess I've been on a bit of a movie kick recently. There's not necessarily any specific reason for it. I just sort of pick what's interesting to me at the time. But I'm actually thinking of expanding even beyond movies or games. Kind of like the drug PSA episode. That was like sort of different from most of the stuff I'd done. I'm gonna probably expand into more stuff like that. So you never know what you're gonna get. It's a mixed bag, mostly bad. From Vito Sauce Boss. Hey John, what are your deepest, darkest fears? Thanks. Man, that's a good question. I don't know. Oh, elephant! Remember Elephant, the elephant? The game where you caught butterfly? That's my deepest, darkest fear. Play the Elephant commercial, put scary music on it. Guarantee you, 100% scared you will be.
Butterflies everywhere!
From Online Soup Man. Can I order from you? What is the strangest thing you've seen while living in NYC? Okay, I know this one. So one time I was living in this apartment in the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It was a dead of night and I was using my computer. I just heard like a scuffle outside the window on the street, and I looked out. I was just like, what's going on there? And it was this guy looking like Philip Seymour Hoffman and a skinnier younger dude, and they were having a scuffle. And I don't remember how I knew this, but it was a father and a son. I remember from hearing the conversation. They were like scuffling, and then the big dude picks the little dude up, slams him on the floor, and he just goes, "It's over! It's over! It's all over!" And then he gets up and he goes, "What do we do now? What do we do now?" And he fucking walks off. And I was like, what just happened? It was like the climax of a movie. Like I was like, did they just murder someone? Did they witness a murder? That was honestly the weirdest thing that I've ever seen in this city. Rustic Automatron. Do you love me? We're gonna have to go on a couple dates before I can answer that. But there's always a chance that you'll be the one. Isn't that the beauty of life? From Lord Rumpus. John, I've been a fan for quite a long time, and I'm truly impressed by how much your production value has jumped. But now that it has, I've been wondering, how much of the video making process do you take part in? Do you focus mostly on acting, or do you take part in the writing, directing, and editing, etc.? That's a good question. I have a hand in all of it generally, but I've got my boy Sergio who's behind the camera here. Do you want to show your face? Hi. He does all the coordination. Every dumb whim that I have, he goes and gets it done. It's basically like a slave that you pay.
Pretty much.
And then Andrew here, he does a lot of the editing. I'm scared of him. He tells me what to do and I do. Show your face! This is Andrew. He's wearing a 2012 Mayan calendar shirt because he thinks the end of the world's coming, and it probably is. He's probably right. I do the writing. Sometimes I collaborate with people like Psychic Pebbles. We haven't done something in a while though, so maybe we will. Yeah, and I usually do like the final edit and sort of oversee the process. But no, it is a team effort. We have a team of about 10 or 11 when we shoot. All great. So we have a bit of a independent but serious thing going on. From Someone 2639. Who do you main in Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube? Damn, who do I main from Melee? I don't remember. Oh, it was Falco. It was Falco. Falco! Put Falcos on the screen. Make sure that it said the whole dang bunch of Falcos, because that was him. That was my guy. Our guy. From King Jelly Tots. Serious, in brackets. That's how you know it's real. How did you exactly get into your line of work? Like, was it a dream of yours, or did you just think, this is kind of sweet? It's so weird. So I started in 2010, but the rumblings came in around 2009. I think like YouTube started in about 2006 or 7 or something like that. I was just like, man, like this is so cool. You can just like be master of your own domain here. But it was at that point, that was before the partner program, and so you couldn't, there was no real viable way to get paid. I didn't know any YouTubers. I just started throwing shit out there, and Yeah, I just made it out of my house, and it's something you just fall into. I really think like you could probably get this from anyone who's a YouTuber. It's just something you fall into because nobody's ever expecting to like succeed in this line of work. I mean, at best, I remember my goal was I said I'm gonna get 100,000 subscribers and then I'll be famous. And and my friend was like, dude, come on, this is too big of a goal. Start with 10,000. And I remember being like, oh, he's right. But then, I don't know, life comes at you fast. From Koryag, how have you been doing? What kind of music do you like? The musician in me must know. And do you like potatoes? Bracket serious. You are abusing the serious tag. I've been doing good. Actually, honestly, I think I do have I always used to say that I don't have a favorite genre of music, but I think I do. I think like 80s classic rock, stuff like, I've been listening to Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer recently, and I'm not a big Genesis fan. I've always been like the guy who's like, but I like Phil Collins, and then everyone yells at me. But I don't know, like 80s classic rock, you just can't, it hasn't been replicated since Journey, Queen, Led Zeppelin, this kind of. My favorite artist is Billy Joel. That's why he's behind me in the videos. From Double Agent Blue Maru, why did you choose the name JonTron? This is the dumbest thing ever. So Tim and Eric had that intro where it was like, Tim and Eric, awesome show, and it was all like, like techno-y and stuff. But back then I was thinking of naming the show JonTron 2.0 to make it sound like all technology-ish, and I think that thing where it goes, Tim and Eric, awesome show. I thought, JonTron 2.0. I know it doesn't make any sense, but that was the thought process that was going through my head. And I dropped the 2.0 because I guess I had a slight amount of sense in me left. I wish my name was JonTron 2.0 still. That would look great, perfect for branding. Very good for Google SEO. From Static Lemonade, have you lost weight? If I have, babe, I've since gained it back. Daddy's been eating a couple of them potatoes. From Gamerflow, how long does it take to produce just one episode of the show? And thanks for all great moments. Huge fan. Well, thank you. I think it takes about a month to a month and a half. We're sort of in a production cycle where we have stuff slightly ahead of time, but then again, not really. It takes about a month. A month to make a JonTron proper. That's why we try to make each JonTron a little bit special, so when it comes out, people feel like it was worth the wait. Like, there are guys I admire like Red Letter Media who do stuff more often, and they do like, they have regular segments like film reviews. Actually, maybe, would any of you guys wanna, in the comments, is there any sort of like, if I did a film review segment, would you watch that? Like a legit film review segment? I've toyed with it. I always thought that would be fun to do like a comedy film review. From RawKid765. As an aspiring YouTuber myself, I sometimes find it hard to keep making videos. What makes you keep going when you just want to give up? The need to pay rent. Thank you, next. Hey John, from Frodo Swaggins. That's a great name. Yeah. Hey John, how does making videos back then compare to making them now? Is it easier or harder? Also, keep up the good work, John. I love how every comment thanks me. I love being thanked this much. Making them back then is a lot different than now, because back then, oh my God, like I don't even know what the process for coming up with the idea was. I mean, it was such a open field, like nobody had, like you have to remember when I started, Let's Plays were not even a thing, and then they became the biggest market in the gaming YouTube sphere. They weren't even a thing back then, so I was just winging it to the maximum degree. These days, we know what we're doing. We know the I don't want to say formula to make it sound like it's just crunching numbers, but I don't just shoot from the hip anymore. I kind of know what I'm doing. From Buttless2891, Dear JonTron, will Jacques ever wear pants? Oh, I've tried to get my little bird to wear pants, but pants just don't really fit on birds. From Debbie1, why did you come out and decide to speak up against all of the SJW, knowing the potential backlash? I know it's not that much of a ground-shattering thing to come out against SJWs these days because, I mean, it's kind of in vogue as well. Or the tides are turning that way, but I don't know. I just got so sick of it. I couldn't care less about your political affiliation. What I care about is facts, reason, and evidence. So if you come at me and you say something that's baseless, that's what pisses me off. I mean, I'm coming out for a reason. Bring reason back. Make reason sexy again. Make evidence sexy again. That's my philosophy. Like, because if we're not arguing with facts, we're arguing with feelings. And feelings did a little thing called World War II and won, and all the rest of the wars. From QWERTY, Please record yourself saying, wow, great moves, Ethan, keep it up. Wow, great moves, Ethan, keep it up. That's gonna make it into one of the new intros. From Camus. Hi, John. Why no acknowledgement of 3 million subs? Are you even aware? Yeah, this is actually a good question. I'm always conflicted because, yeah, no, I do notice, and of course, I really appreciate, but I'm always conflicted. Like, do I come out and say, like, what's a milestone anymore? Like, 3 million subs, thanks, guys, and then I just draw this big attention. I know there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking shit at anybody who does that, but I think I'm kind of the guy who, like, doesn't want to bring that kind of attention on himself, so I tend to not bring attention to milestones. I know it kind of sucks because, yeah, I should do more. Like, I missed like my 5th anniversary. I could have done something for that. I don't know. I don't know why I don't do that. I probably should. From CVBNM799, wonderful name. What's favorite console? You bastards knew about this one in advance, didn't you? I don't know. It said, what's favorite console? Did you do this to me on purpose, Sergio? What? What's favorite console? What's country you come from? I love the GameCube, N64, and SNES like equally in that sense, but I'm a PC gamer, but I think the PS4 is like the most versatile console that's ever existed. Who cares anymore? We got the computer. From Thuggy Ruggy. If you could redo a video, which one would it be and why? Funny this, I was actually toying with making a Daikatana review Redux, the first video I ever did, just to redo it in like the current style. I don't know. I'd thought about it. If any of them, it would be that one for sure. From Leet Name. Dear John, will this question be featured in the Q&A video? Sincerely, me. Y'all are a bunch of comedians. Why don't you come here? Come on. Get over here. Sit down. You do the fucking show. You think you're so funny? Do you know what I do? Do you know what I can do to a man? McSlats12345. Recently, you've been revealing more of your political ideologies. Could you ever see yourself making more serious content on these matters? This is such a weird question because normally I never wanted to bring politics into my career. It's just not something I think you should publicly talk about, really. But the rules have just been broken. Every goddamn celebrity is just fascism is real in America 2017, literally shaking all the time. So I was just like, oh, fine, you're pulling me into it, fine. So I just wanted to give a voice of reason. I don't know if I have. I've probably just made things worse. But no, I don't really plan to continue it. If some day comes where it's appropriate, fine. I'll be like Bill Maher or something, but it's not really what I envision myself doing. If there's an honest to God demand for it, maybe someday. But I don't know, I have a feeling they would just look up my old videos and go, is this guy really qualified to give political opinions? I don't think this guy's got the resume. From Mr. Anderson X. Would you ever consider doing a behind the scenes type video, or do you not want to ruin the movie magic? Maybe a set tour or meeting some of the people who work on your show? It's funny because we were just talking about this. We've meant to do it before, but we never got around to it. And also, I always do say that. I'm like, I don't really want to show the behind the scenes, but everybody knows it's fake. I'm not really up there reviewing Christmas with the Cranks. It's an illusion. I've never seen the film. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be making some stuff on the channel soon, so get ready. It's going to be at least mediocre. Ha! So here's a little bonus for you. Andrew's cooked this one right up for you guys. Went back through the backlog, found every dumb fuck up I ever did. So sayonara, suckers. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. The pain is too much at this point. Yeah, it looks real, doesn't it? It's not the Pumbaa cook himself. It's over for me. All right, give me the stool. Get me out of this. Get me out of this. Get me out of this. I mean, if you say so. The first challenge comes from Reddit user Random Pikachu. They ask, order a pizza using only lines from Sonic 06.
Number 28, how may I help you?
The whole city's on fire. Looks like I'm on a roll. I sense Sonic's presence here. Call it my girlish intuition.
Happy Pride, brother.
420, blaze it. I suck. Have a happy standard or African Kwanzaa. Shit. Unlock Zionism. Kwanzaa. Take that, those.
Scene 33A, take one, Mark.
No, I can't do this! Ah! Ah! Come on, Jack. Beastly Gal Full 34 challenges me to have someone make me a smoothie of whatever they want, and I gotta drink it all. That's disgusting, dude. Okay. I'm done. Fuck this one. I'm out. I'm going down!
Reset.
What do you think Get Wet and Wild 2 was like?
Bendong Nook.
Excuse me, do you mean Bendong?
Bendong Ngoik.
Yeah?
The man of Devu Bendong Ngoik.
Let's get out of here before someone. Let's get out of here before someone culturally reappropriates us. Thank you guys so much for watching. This Q&A has been sponsored by the very gracious, the very wonderful and amazing Audible. If you don't know about them, they are an audiobook and audio product retailer. Best on the web, okay? You can take your audiobooks with you anywhere, phone, tablet, computer, all syncs up. I use it all the time, it's amazing. If you wanna get a free 30-day trial and a free audiobook, you can go to my link audible.com/JonTron to pick it up. And even if you cancel, you get to keep the audiobook. This time I recommend you all pick up Dune, written by Frank Herbert, narrated by a lot of dang different people. Thanks for watching, thank you Audible, and see you soon.